Yes, I tell you what, we've been asking that question, but let's go to Tottenham superfan. Chris Cowley's a friend of the station now. G'day, Chris. How are you?
Rowie, Timmy, very well. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for having me on again.
Sorry for getting you up so early, buddy, but we couldn't believe this when we were reading it. I mean, Rowie absolutely loves it.
I love it.
I couldn't possibly barrack against my own team, but is it that strong? Is it that deep between Tottenham and Arsenal that you'd prefer to lose than see them go up?
A lot of fans want Spurs to lose today. I feel very mixed about this one because, of course, I'm never ever going to come out and say that I want my team to lose. I want Spurs to give absolutely everything. But there is so much at stake. Spurs do have a chance now of getting a Champions League spot.
Yes.
We could end up in the Europa League, or even there is a situation now with the points. Chelsea and Newcastle are right behind us, and we could end up in a Europa Conference League spot. So there is a lot of money at stake for the football club. There is a lot at stake for Ange Postecoglou and the Tottenham Hotspur team and the squad. Of course, the players have a job to do. I'm sure that they will go out there and try and beat Manchester City, which Ange Postecoglou has said in the press conference already. But let's face it, this is going to be an extremely, extremely tough game. They are the treble winners.
Yes.
They won everything last year. It's going to be very tough. They've won their last 7 in the Premier League. The last time they lost points was against Arsenal. We had a chance to beat Arsenal a couple of weeks ago. We were 3-0 down at half time. It was very, very difficult to take as a Spurs fan, but it's a very, very difficult one. And when you say about getting me up, I've been up all night thinking about this fixture. I've been up all night worrying about this game.
Now, Chris, come on. You cut from same loaf as me. You're a super fan. You have a Spurs chat podcast. You love them more than life itself. I know that you're with me, that you hate Arsenal that much that you couldn't possibly see them win their first championship since 2003. So you want the Spurs to lose today. You don't have to barrack for Man City. You don't have to cheer, but you can sit there and silently within go, yep, sucked in Arsenal, you didn't win.
What I will say is I will never ever say that I want Spurs to lose. However, Ange Postecoglou has a job to do, and I think that he needs to put a number of the reserve team players in the shop window for the transfer window in the summer. So perhaps he ought to give a number of the reserve players a run out today.
That's my man. That's my man. That's the Chris Cowlin I know.
Is do we love Tottenham more than we hate Arsenal? So there is that, but it's going to be very difficult as fans today. Everyone is going to be stressed about it. I do find it quite funny on social media that the fact that Arsenal fans are literally begging Spurs to win this game. But as I say, it's going to be very, very tough anyway. It's a very, very tough fixture. I think there is a little bit of arrogance amongst the fans to say, oh, just let them win. You know, Manchester City are so strong anyway. They have, strong players in every single department. And when you even look at their sub-bench, they're just so strong. And Pep Guardiola is a fantastic manager, done a fantastic job there. But as I say, Ange has done a fairly decent job. And also, our last 5 games, we've won 1 and we've lost 4. So, of course, Ange in the press conference yesterday, I felt like he was quite angry in some ways by some of these questions.
Yes,
because, this is the Premier League. It's extremely competitive. And for journalists to ask the first question to say, your fans want you to lose this game, I felt like they got his back up a little bit from the off.
Chris, really appreciate your time, mate. Keep stressing. Let's see how the boys go. It's been a terrific year so far. We might get a debrief after the season's over, mate, and just see how you finished up there at Tottenham, and hopefully you've got a couple of those spots that you wanted, mate.
Yeah, can I just say that Spurs are actually in Melbourne next week against Newcastle? So
yes.
Oh, yeah. Wow, how good.
Will you boys head down there?
Yeah. No, it's just a drive.
If that's an invite, yes, sir, Bob.
About a 9-hour drive, but we'll be right. No dramas.
We might do that. See you, Ange. Well done, Chris. Thanks for that.
Appreciate